People ask me what is Mi-Soul, and Mi-Soul came about because myself and a whole load of DJs that used to be on professional stations wanted to create a radio station. But Mi-Soul's more than that, because it's a website, it's a place where people can come to that are like-minded. So if you like soulful music, and whether that's jazz, house, R&B, old school to new cool, bit of reggae, if you like soulful music, then you can come here and be amongst people that are all in love with that style of music. And so that's really what Mi-Soul is. And it's expanded now into type of a streaming and into radio, and also into TV and interviews and stuff like that. So that's what Mi-Soul is. Started about 5 years ago. That's when the idea came about. I was doing some research and looking at the radio industry and having a look at kind of the whole music, soul music websites and everything else, and the lack of good ones. And so myself and Martin Strivens, who was one of the people that when I set Kiss up when we went legalised, he works with me doing the finance and the commercial side of things. We got together and bit by bit drew in loads and loads of different people, from Kiss, from One Extra, from Jazz FM, from the defunct Choice FM, and from ex-Kiss DJs. So we kind of pulled together and created a family that are into the music. So whether you're into soulful house, Cy says Booker T, Neil Pearce, or whether you're into R&B, Ronnie Harrell, Rampage, Jigs, or whether you're into soulful music, old school to new cool, whether you're into type of like Mastermind. We have all these different senses. We've got 50, I think we've got a full deck of cards now. I think we've got 54 with 2 jokers in there. And that's kind of how it started, why it started, and when it started.
For those of you that don't know, I'm Jigs. I spent 24 years at Choice FM, which is a bloody long time in radio. 24 years. In that time, I've had a good time. I was nominated for 9 Mobile Awards. I've got 2 on the shelf. I've got the Emma Award as well. I've got the Black Music Award as well. So yeah, I've got a few discs as well. So I had a good time there. But it was time for change when Choice FM became Capital Extra and the music became, well, they say dance music, but it's not the music that I would dance to. So I thought, you know what, if my heart ain't in it, I've got to go where my heart is. I've got to follow my heart, and my heart is in good music. And knowing Gordon Mack, as long as I have known Gordon Mack, we worked together at the Z Bar, and we've got a similar taste in music, and a passion for music is very similar as well. He invited me to come over at Mi-Soul for crap money. But I came anyway, you know what I mean? Because I was allowed to play music, and the music that I love, and that made me kind of happy, you know what I mean? So that is the reason why I came over to Mi-Soul. It's all good being over here, and as the station grows, I want to grow with the station. I think the station is definitely going places, and it's definitely the station for soul music, which is what I love. Music with groove, melody, lyrics, and songs that you can dance to. That's why I'm here at Mi-Soul.
When I look at what we've done over the last year, it hasn't stopped. Our feet haven't touched the ground. We've increased our DJs, and the amount of shows, new and type of fresh shows to the radio. We've partnered up with Southport Weekender to do Southport Weekender 50. We won a great award, which I've got here on my desk, so I'm so proud of it. Startup Company of the Year, which was run by O2 and Hiscox and Smarter. Which is a great award, because it's an award for people that go and shake up the industry in their type of sector, and I think that's what we've done a bit. We've came out and we've had some fun. In the first year of Mi-Soul, it was all about building the core team of presenters and building our studio and getting into our office, which we have a triangle office. I love this triangle office. Bit echoey, but what the hell. That was the first year, and then we finished off our production studio as well. So that was a big kind of thing. So have a production studio where we could go and make jingles and adverts and type of do documentaries and stuff like that. And then the second year, it was about developing shows and growing those shows and doing a lot more with apps and stuff like that. And we've also taken control of an audio-visual studio with full green screen facilities, and we can do so much more now. We can actually do great interviews and establishing Mi-Soul TV, because the website is really it's a distribution platform to distribute great music and great TV and interesting footage of interviews and a cappella and acoustic sets from different people, and we've got a few shows which are lined up, which I'm very, very excited about.
So Mi-Soul's approaching its second birthday very, very soon, and it's going to be 2 years old. I can't believe it. 2 years have just flown by really quickly. We actually started putting Mi-Soul together, I think it was in April 2011, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, April 2011 is when I had my first meeting with Gordon, and he told me about this idea that he had, and it was Mi-Soul. That was the working title at the time, and he explained what he wanted to do, explained what his plans were, and he said, "Do you want to get on board?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, I'll get on board." After leaving a big radio group who basically just sucked the soul out of all the presenters and out of the music, it was something that was really exciting to get involved in, and it took a few months to start getting the structure of the music and the play-out system together. But once we got that together, we started broadcasting from just a small little office. It was a small little room, and we had a little computer with a play-out system. We had two Technics CD players, two Technics turntables, and a little mixer. So that was kind of like phase one of Mi-Soul. Then we moved on to phase two, which was moving into the office that we've got here now, and building a brand new studio, which I have to say is very well kitted out. It's actually kitted out better than a lot of radio stations that I've worked at the past. We've got 2 new play-out systems that we're using at the moment. We've got everything in there that any DJ could wish for. You can mix live on turntables, you can mix live on CDJs, it's all there, or you could just be a slick radio presenter like myself and Jigs. And of course we're planning to take the station to DAB, which is the obvious next step. Our audience is building, our reputation is building, and the buzz about Mi-Soul is getting bigger and bigger and bigger day by day. So the next progression is obviously to go on DAB. That way we can attack all the other radio groups and show them how to do it properly.
Over the last 2 years, we've been developing the brand. There it is, just in case. Just in case you haven't worked out what our logo is. We've been developing the brand and doing that via some passes. We don't go over the top with the passes, we just do a few passes here and there. We've also done some very good partnerships. This year we're going to be at Carnival again, but with Mastermind this year, which I'm really looking forward to. So we'll be down there for 2 days, broadcasting live across the 2 days at the Mastermind sound system stage. We've been at Southport Weekender for the last 2 years, and that's where we take a TV studio and a radio studio down there and broadcast live from there for the whole from Friday afternoon until Sunday afternoon, which is pretty exhausting but a wonderful time. Social media has been very important to us in developing a brand, with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all the others that go along with it. We use those in a large way.
The way that we have grown our audience over the past 2 years has been so organic that the beauty of it being organic is so many people have told their friends, and their friends have then told their friends, and we see it when we throw a Mi-Soul party, how many new faces that obviously only know about us through the promotion that we do at the radio station on air. It's going to grow even more. So just this year alone, our DJ roster has more than doubled. The amount of downloads for the apps that we've got on iTunes and on Google Play have more than tripled. You know, the amount of response that we get now through our Facebook pages and our Twitter feeds and, you know, emails that come through while we're broadcasting, it's phenomenal, and that's grown in the past year. So what's going to happen in the next year is obviously going to continue, you know, and the beauty of that is, where are we going to be in 5 years' time?
So what does the future hold for Mi-Soul? Well, we're in the final processes, finally, of sorting out a DAB licence and going on DAB in London. Although I must admit, the amount of people that have been listening via the internet has been astonishing. I never ever thought that we would get so many people listen via the internet, but it's the way forward. But we are still going on to DAB, and within the next couple of months we'll be announcing our details on that. We're also building more streams that we're going to be doing, and building the TV. We've got a new website which is kind of in the making. We're just sitting there and playing about with it at the moment. There's a lot more that's coming up over the next 12 months. If I say anything, I've got certain people in the office that would just kill me because I can't give away too much now. But we have got a load, and we've also got some great shows coming up of artists that are, I can't say anymore until the contracts are signed. I don't quite know where the last 2 years have gone, let alone the last year. It's just flown past. And we've had some amazing support from the industry and also from the listeners and viewers. And I'd like to say thank you to every one of them. Thank you to everyone that's ever tuned into the station. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people have done that. To the people that watch the videos on YouTube or our TV site. On those people that have come through our doors, whether it's been Masters at Work or whether it's been Charisma, who does a show once a month, or it's Giles Peterson or Norman J, all appeared on Mi-Soul over the past 12 months, and all the DJs as well, and just so many people. I mean, all the DJs, if I was to read a list of Patrick Falls, George K, Jigs, Martin Lodge, Dave VJ, Melvo Baptiste, Ronnie Harrell, Supreme, Deadly Smedley, Kid Bachelor, Peter Borg, Stretch Taylor, Big Ted, who else we've got? Dr. Psycho, Too Damn Funky and E-Mix, Keith Lawrence, Shaq D, we've got Dr. Psycho, we've got At Jazz, Rampage, Tosca, Booker T, Cy Says, Matt White, Mystery, Ross Allen, Andrew Howe, myself, Gordon Mack, Tutu, Calvin Francis, Mike Vickery, JM, Jazzy B, Mickey D, Rusty Egan, Mastermind, Lindsay Wesker, Paul Trouble Them Dex Anderson, Remy Music Show with Neil Pearson, Ziggy Funk, Natty B, who does the official reggae chart show, Mystery, Tony Tomlin, who does our gospel show, Pete Andrews, Chris Phillips, Dr. Bob Jones, Femi Fem, Patrick Forge, and there's so many more that come in and out throughout the week and month. Thank you to all of everybody for your support. It's been wicked.